What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Deadpool issue number 2. What we had last seen is Deadpool getting a timeline. He has 24 hours to kill Doctor Octopus. If he is able to complete this task, he will join the elite assassin alliance in the world. The only problem, Deadpool had run into the Horror, putting a small sliver of Carnage inside of Deadpool so that it could come to its full fruition. With Deadpool's unique abilities, the symbiote can continuously feed on all of his body. This gives the symbiote the opportunity to reach its full growth. And so as the symbiote tries to pull itself out of Deadpool, he finds himself against the likes of Doctor Octopus and the Horror. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up with Deadpool having 4 arms. 2 of these arms are belonging to the symbiote. But as it stands, these arms are working with him. But right now, Deadpool, he is struggling. He has got a living symbiote inside of him that is eating him from the inside out. It so badly wants to break free, but it is yet to fully able to do so. And standing before him is the Horror and Doc Ock, with Doc Ock really trying to figure out why Deadpool is in his lab to begin with. Deadpool letting him know that he is here to kill him, going on to say that this is all simply for a job interview. He really wants to make a good impression, so that is why he is here. He wants to end this as quickly as possible. But against both Horror and Doc Ock, we are seeing Deadpool get thrown around. It doesn't help that he has something literally eating his insides. While these two are just throwing him around, the Horror does say that she needs Deadpool alive. She needs him intact, because her experiment running on the inside of him, that is what she really truly cares about. With Deadpool getting back on his feet, he is doing his best to fight these two off. And while he is able to hold his own at least momentarily, that is when one of the symbiote arms, it comes straight out of his freaking mouth. That is when Doctor Octopus, he starts slamming Deadpool left and right. The Horror truly believing that they finally got him, that now he can just stop and he can be brought in. But even that third arm, it begins to work with him. The circumstances definitely aren't ideal, but he's gonna make this work. As he goes in to attack Doctor Octopus, that is where the Horror grabs one of the arms and pulls it out, the arm that is inside Deadpool's mouth. It is ripped clean from his body, but the Horror also takes a hit, the symbiote pricking her inner shoulder, with Doctor Octopus coming from behind Deadpool. This is where we see Lady Deathstrike coming in, knocking Doctor Octopus down. Now they're trying to figure out why the heck is she here. And Lady Deathstrike, she is here to kill Doctor Octopus. Lady Deathstrike looking over to Deadpool, saying not a single word from him, because all of this is his fault. He's not really sure how it's his fault. That's when Lady Deathstrike, she really begins to explain it to him. Deadpool ghosted her. The two of them were supposed to be freaking partners on this. When they had their meeting with the assassins, Lady Deathstrike had been standing next to him the entire freaking time. He was too wrapped up in Valentine to even focus on the fact that Lady Deathstrike was his partner in crime in taking out Doctor Octopus. She lets him know that he was over there just flirting far too much. He completely ignored the fact that Lady Deathstrike was there. Lady Deathstrike had been blowing his phone up. She has been trying to get a hold of him, and finally she was like, you know what? I'm gonna go do this myself, only to find that Deadpool is here doing it by himself. Now, in his defense, he kinda did get kidnapped. But at this point, Lady Deathstrike, she doesn't want to hear it. She would like to get the job done and then take off. And so now it is Lady Deathstrike, Deadpool versus the Horror and Doc Ock, with everybody getting their punches in. Deadpool cutting off his symbiote arms and throwing it at them. The two of them recognize this is probably their opportunity to make their getaway. Or at least, Deadpool thinks that. Because Deadpool throwing his arms, he takes off, leaving Lady Deathstrike behind. Recognizing that he is so severely beat up right now, that is what takes him to Valentine's apartment. Going to answer the door, this is where he finds Deadpool, with Deadpool saying, "Are you a heart attack? Because I think I'm about to have one." Falling straight onto his face, we pick back up in the laboratory of Doc Ock. Lady Deathstrike making her getaway, getting the news that they have failed. Their time is up. Doctor Octopus is still alive. This means that Deadpool has just made another enemy. Lady Deathstrike is going to make him pay for them failing. The Horror and Doctor Octopus, they are now working together. They are going to hunt down Deadpool, and they are going to take that experiment from his body. But right now, Deadpool, he might have some bigger things to worry about. Because while he was flirting with Valentine, Valentine currently has Deadpool laid out in the kitchen, and it looks like he is about to start cutting him open. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely a fun issue. You know, I've said time and time again, I'm not the biggest Deadpool fan, but so far this is looking pretty promising. Not really sure what direction they're headed with it, but Deadpool making an enemy of Lady Deathstrike, that's never gonna be a good thing. The Horror and Doctor Octopus now working together, and then to top it all off, Valentine is about to cut freaking Deadpool open. Now, his boss had told him to stay away from Lady Deathstrike and Deadpool, and so technically, he is going against the orders. Now, we don't know if he is here to help Deadpool. He could be simply trying to cut out the symbiote so that Deadpool can get back to 100%. Or this could be something that is much more sinister. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you would like to get caught up on everything going on with Deadpool, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is gonna get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon having 5 different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do any of that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.